Warning, the following video does not contain scenes of graphic stupidity among four lifelong friends who compete to embarrass each other. It does, however, contain spoilers. Cold Spaghetti Advanced Cooties is a video game that lets you experience firsthand the glory of a runaway military-industrial complex. In it, you play as a cripple, but you're a voiced cripple, so in a way, you're still stronger than most Call of Duty protagonists. Advanced Warfare takes place in the future, a world where soldiers rely on exosuits to do their jobs. The exosuits let soldiers jump higher and make them stronger, just like cocaine. Unlike cocaine, some suits have built-in jet boosters, allowing soldiers to double jump and slow their descent. Even without these jets, soldiers can fall from higher places because the suit takes care of the fall damage. There are two types of these suits, Assault and Specialist. Assault suits are the ones with the jets. They have a landing assist to slow your fall, boost jump, and Bluetooth speaker to disorient enemies. Specialist suits have a collapsible shield, on-demand Sandevistan, and an invisibility cloak. Both kinds of these suits also come equipped with stim packs, magnetic gloves, and a grappling hook in later missions. As far as we know, the world is mostly in a state of peace. That's about as far as lore and backstory goes. They don't give us more than that. It's really not that deep of a game. We do get speed reloads though, which are slightly faster and waste the entire magazine. I don't think I used those once. They don't even tell you about it. The year is 2054. Kim Jong-un is dead and his psychotic sister has taken power, immediately invading South Korea, like any rational dictator would. You are a US Marine fighting against the communist forces in Seoul.
Sure, Mitchell. Can't be all that bad.
We enlisted 6 months ago. We're half a world away from home, and we're about to be sent feet first into an actual fucking war zone.
That's what we signed up for. Gunning down Asians.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, racist lions?
You, your racist friend, your boss, and an unnamed extra drop feet first into hell. This guy tries to desert, your drop pod gets knocked off course, you take the fast route to the emergency exit, and then comes Activision's version of the Bethesda step out moment. This time I remembered to tweak all my settings when I was setting up the recording benchmark so I didn't have to do it again. You're welcome. Of course, your surprise arrival gets the attention of a crew of North Korean medical aid workers, so you kill them all in the name of Johnson & Johnson. Someone want to tell me how those Koreans made it inside that building with all these Marines literally right outside? That's weird, right? After another short gunfight, you defend your team from a swarm of Amazon delivery drones with an EMP that somehow doesn't affect you or your team, and also your squad leader calls it a turret.
Someone get on that turret!
Your job in this cluster shit is to take out a large VTOL missile launcher platform thingy. After a few more gunfights, we're treated to the concept of a threat grenade, which renders smoke useless, and we meet the Atlas Corporation for the first time.
Blue!
Oh, holy shit, mates, you gave me a right start, did ya?
Oh god freaking damn it!
So, Southside is a fucking mess, yeah? Take the East Tunnel out if you want to make it without getting your knickers in a twist.
Please shut the frick up!
Right, I'm off then. Come along, gents. You can destroy the Korean food in this game 10 out of 10. So, anyway, the team we were supposed to protect got killed. That's a bit of an oopsie. But, good news, Cormac volunteers us and Will to go blow up the launcher ourselves while they stand there and watch.
Irons, Mitchell, go blow up that launcher. You give off strong main character vibes, so I know you'll survive. Go!
Time second.
Well, fuck, that's enough shit from me, dog. Hey, pull down this door for me.
You're gonna die, so, like, why bother?
What the fuck? Help me, you asshole! Bastard!
So the launcher explodes, killing both Will and my frame rate.
Let's go!
Well, shit, you're gonna need some ibuprofen.
We get dragged off back to Uncle Sam's basement, wake up in our blues at a funeral. We do as the meme guides to pay our respects, and Elon Musk invades our private meeting with Cormac. Excuse me, Mitchell? I'm elongated mink coat. I'm Will's father. Will, spelt X-A-12.
Mr. Musk, I'm sorry for your loss. Will's death was indeed a tragedy.
Unavoidable, yes. A tragedy, no. People die in war, Sergeant. Mitchell, I want to offer you a job with Militaires Sans Frontières.
What?
What? We take the job offer thinking we can claim disability pay from the Marine Corps and live out our days riding a desk doing admin stuff for Will's father, and you're immediately thrown into a mission to assault Camp David. The president is being held hostage, and you're part of the response force to liberate him, because apparently the Secret Service Special Operations Division fell asleep on the job. That guy blinked. I have the shittiest aim known to man and the fastest reloads. After this mission, I deleted my save data and replayed the first 2 missions again because the sped up animations got on my nerves. I almost shoot the president, we steal the president from the president thieves, we fuck off to a golf course, and Gideon kills the president, scolds us for being stupid, then immediately tells Elon that it was equipment failure, not our fault. Thanks, Gideon. Cool guy. We're then treated to a tour of the facility where Elon says the line,
What you're seeing is advanced warfare.
over there is the new Tesla Cyber tank. That's the Tesla Cyber helicopter, and down the road is the Tesla Cyber children in my Tesla Cyber basement. This here is Tesla Cyber Research and Tesla Cyber Development, where our Tesla Cyber scientists can Tesla Cyber fix your Tesla Cyber arm. Gideon talks about the exosuits from the first page, I do some funky wonky arm movements, and we do some range activities. The recorded run of this range was weak, but I 100% definitely promise you with absolute certainty that I beat Alona's score on both ranges on the second run with the slower reloads, alright? Take my word for that. I throw some grenades, run the simulation again, this time finishing properly, and it's off to Nigeria. This Nigeria, unlike the real Nigeria, is incredibly advanced and a nice place to live, but like the real Nigeria, is full of jokes I'm not allowed to make. Also like the real Nigeria, it falls slightly outside of the FBI's job description, and so when the Lagos City Hall was stormed by the Anti-Brotherhood of Steel, we deploy a mosquito drone to suck 'em dry and film it.
We are all men, born to die. World is a fuck. Kill them all, 1989. 410,757,864,530 dead cops. What? We all die eventually. Only question is when and how. And what do you have to gain from it? Everything. See, I am banging his girl, and now I don't need to hurry if he get home because he not get home. His girl, his wife, or his daughter? Mr. Hades, his wife or his daughter?
We use the mag gloves for the first time, we'll use those again. We use a mute charge that we've used before, and we use a harmonic device thingy that we'll never see again. After rescuing the Prime Minister, he tells us that the princess is in another castle and we need to find a white panel van. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think that Hades meant the daughter. Gideon hits this car for no reason, and the KVA blow up several occupied vehicles. That car had a person inside. Had. We run through some alleyways and reach this really small common plaza area. It's here I decide the reload animations were too much and I need to replay the campaign. We fight, play Frogger, play Subway Surfers, do some quick time events, and these fuckers stole my frame rate. Can't have shit in Nigeria. This man gets thrown against the fucking pole, the driver works himself, we save a technology guy, and we get carted off somewhere else. Greetings, global netizens. I am here with a simple message. Technology is a disease, a cancer of this planet. It is a plague, and we are the cure. Because of this, the West is diseased, rotten to the core. There's no saving it. We need to pull it out by the roots. Wipe the slate clean. Burn it down. And from the ashes you will be liberated. Free from technology. Free to think. Free to fight. Free to survive. I am Hades, and I am running for Colorado Senate. I am Hades and I approve of this message. After that enlightening campaign ad, the KVA assaults and takes over a nuclear power plant in Seattle. Apparently they want to make it go critical for reasons they don't explain. Nuclear power is not a new technology, especially by 2055, and radiation's not a technology at all. Is this man Amish? I mean, he uses rifles and a plate carrier. Is he Mennonite? Making our way into the power plant, it's an outstanding coincidence that this industrial facility has rooms ideal for firefights with plenty of cover and no one covered vantage point. Despite our efforts, the reactor goes critical anyway, so we fight our way out of the facility, trip over a rock, and get extracted by a helicopter. Now, the game tells me that a whole bunch of reactors went super critical and exploded or whatever, but I guess the world wasn't too affected because this is just normal, regular Detroit. Still, we have a cool base camp with a bunch of refugees, and of course, Atlas Bottom Line made big bank bucks. Somewhere in this ruined city lies Dr. Pierre Denois, the right-hand man of our techno-terrorist friend. So we straddle our 2022 Hyundai Veloster N, boasting 275 horsepower intercooled turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4, an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, putting it in the appropriately named N Grin mode, and rip out very slowly past the tall mechanical soldier people. You disappointingly put your bike on autopilot and follow Gideon to a school. You go there because the game told you to. I seriously can't come up with a lore reason to involve yourselves there. Alright gang, let's split up and search this building, yeah? Why? Atlas cleanup truck outside. None of our blokes went out today. So the crew was sent out earlier and you've lost contact, but nobody raised an alarm? And what, our small special operations team, with a defined objective I might add, is supposed to investigate this building that for all we know could be crawling with hostiles, when we could just as easily call it in, deploy a proper team, and go on our merry way looking for Danois? That about sums it up, yeah. Are you daft or something? Cool, so you enter the school and walk around for a bit, find some dead bodies that I promise you were not children. I had exactly the same thought when I first saw it, and we move on without really mentioning it.
What was noise?
You narrowly avoid getting caught until Floor.exe stops responding and Task Manager shoves you to the basement with the rest of the children. You make your way back to Gideon, OBS fails to capture this kill I got with a brick, that was very sad, and Nerd Rant Alert, that made me check my settings, and rate control was set to fucking CBR, even though I'm positive I set it to VBR. So for some reason I set it to CQP, which should fix some of the stutter, but not all of it. Keep in mind I'm running a laptop pre-built, running hardware from 2 generations ago. Unfortunately, there's another 2 hours and 4 minutes of footage that I already recorded of CBR. Nerd rant over. The rest of this section is predictable. Lots of shooting, lots of killing, lots of death. You know the drill with Call of Duty games at this point, or you should. This ambulance get pushed towards the hospital because it ain't got no gas in it. We call our duty some more, take a prisoner, and I set off a landmine like a goofy little chipmunky. Oh my god, are those guys ghosts? Jesus Christ, get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. I will touch your forehead. Yes. Anyway, after that we just leave and run back to the safety of base where Smashdowner killed a fucking helicopter.
I want him dead.
You think I am a rat? That I will narc on my booties? Fuck you.
Tú eres lo que yo digo que tú eres.
I will tell you anything if you do that again. Please? He is here. We will attack. Are you shitting me right now, Elon? That's an act of war without congressional approval. General, with all due respect, Tesla is an internationally registered private corporation. Me coming here to tell you our plans was a courtesy, not a request. I don't have time to sit around and wait for your red tape bureaucratic bullshit. This man killed like 3 people. We need to take him out. We're going to neutralize him. On whose authority? On my authority! So we go to Greece and use this tablet we stole from the NSA to spy on these civilians, find a civilian, take out the most obvious undercover cops the world's ever seen, and using a Wasp drone, we fast forward and shoot some dudes because our soldiers are lazy. After some more thrilling gameplay, we arrive at a convoy. I don't like pickup trucks though, so I blow it up, and the convoy doesn't like that, so they hit me with a truck. Oh no! Anyway, Hades dies, gives me a flash drive full of furry porn, and bam, we're in Baghdad again. So, you've just killed the most wanted terrorist on the planet. How does that make you feel? What are you, my therapist? Do you plan on going totalitarian and trying to conquer the world? No, I hate the government. I'd never make one. Governments are a cancer on the earth and on us. Look at what the government does. The government sends young people to die in pointless wars. Look at Saigon. Look at Baghdad. We left these regions with our tail up our asses and no goals for the future, and they were in ruins. Now look at Baghdad. In a few short years, we've done what the government couldn't do in decades. Fascinating. So what's next for you? And for the company?
Ustedes tienen que venir a ver esto. I don't sabía que el KVA iba a atacar. Lo vimos. Sabemos lo que tú hiciste.
You and nobody else. I could kill all three of you right now, and this would be silent. But I won't. Because I don't know what you saw, but whatever it was, I guarantee it was doctored.
Gideon, tú sabiste lo que vimos.
It's fake, lads. Besides, he deserved it. An unknown voice we can clearly tell is Cormac breaks through our comms. He tells us to Mirror's Edge our way to the roof and run through Old Town with the city protection force hot on our tail. We run down to the docks until...
I'm fucking invincible!
We steal a boat, jump into a building, and climb until we meet Cormac, and discover that Cormac is actually Cormac. Ain't that wild?
Following the KVA attacks, the United States formed an international unit known as Sentinel to investigate the attacks, and later on, Atlas. We've been sitting here waiting, watching Atlas commit crimes against humanity. Since the attacks, the company has grown exponentially, controlling security across the globe. There isn't a strip mall in this world without at least 2 Atlas ASTs standing there. Within the last 10 days, we've noticed increased chatter about something called Manticore. We don't really know what it is, but if it's what we think it is, the time for watching is over. It's time to join in.
Ok, pero literalmente, ¿quién preguntó?
Shut up, woman. We're on our way to Bangkok. Mitchell, stop laughing. Let's grab a doodad from Irons' residence. Everyone on me.
Irons is holding a house party, and I guess our invitation got lost in the mail, so we systematically kill all the guests, hide under a truck, and record video of an innocent man without his knowledge or permission. They're loading the cargo on a plane bound for somewhere, so obviously as Americans we feel the strong need to find out what it is. Because of airplane takeoff forces, all we can do is plant a tracker and follow it digitally. Still, somehow we manage to get ahead of it, and intercept the plane despite it getting a head start. For a good giggle, we take off the plane's wings and grab onto it from the top using this tiny plane because we have a massive size difference fetish. Massive. Unfortunately, the fetish world is not this world, so the plane crashes into Antarctica anyway. Then Smashdowner shows up. Thanks to him, we fall into the ice, fight some guys, kill another Smashdowner, and play Sniper Man. After Sniper Man time, Gideon kills his 2 friends, and we go off into the forever abyss, Manticore in tow.
Alright, gents. We learned that Manticore is a biological virus, just as we feared. Our imposed nut jobs haven't figured out what to do yet, but we're working on it. Just double mask or something, sit tight. What we did figure out is that it's being made in a Bulgarian...
Irons is a cool guy, you know that, right? Not as dodgy as you lot make it seem. Cool or not, he's a bit of a cunt. Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. Boom, EMP time. Leaving our pilot to die, we bail and hoof it past a fellow sniper-pilled marksman, Chad. Then we remember our suits have an active camo system, so we just use that and we're clear. Kill some Atlas guys, find a gun or 2. Once we found our friends, it comes time to kill guys, and Rockstar Games ourselves a tank. But first, after proving that unlike David, we are built different, we take the Rockstar tank to the helicopter and leave. This section was more tedious than fun, actually. This is the part where I found out that changing from CBR actually somehow made the stutter worse, and I actually changed it to the real VBR this time, and hopefully it'll get better now that we have the last mission or 2 to go. I am honored to be the first CEO of a private corporation to become a member of the United Nations Security Council. Unfortunately, my appearance here today has been clouded by a flurry of speculation that my company is developing a weapon of mass destruction which would be capable of targeting specific ethnic groups. What the fuck? Base Little Irons? That's funny, ethnic groups. I want to address these allegations head on. Are we developing such a weapon? No, we are not. Because we've already developed it. But with all due respect, the United Nations is a relic from a different time when nations were unique in their ability to solve the world's problems. But that just isn't the case anymore. primarily because you have outsourced the job to me. I have sent people to die in your wars, so I feel uniquely qualified to tell you that your wars don't work. Which is why my priorities have changed, from profits to policy. Because politicians don't know how to solve problems, but I do. So let's be clear, I am here to solve the world's problems. And I believe the world's problems begin with you. Did Irons just declare war, mate? He can't do that, that's illegal.
And what we do isn't. He's going back to San Francisco. The entire Third Fleet is in that harbor.
How do you know?
Because of what I do. The Third Fleet is always in the fucking harbor. Parkin's a nightmare. I need you to go over there and find me space.
So Irons just did what every edgy 13-year-old neo-communist wants to, except we can't let that happen because plot. So we go on to the world's most boring car chase, going at a nice speed. The chase is so boring actually that we start blowing up random cars for a laugh. After we inevitably crash, we discover that we got issued the worst fucking loadout I've ever seen. Dog, fuck ACOGs. After much effort, we finally make it across the bridge, which is sleepy, so it becomes the goer to bed. This guy gets real lucky that it finds the one person with a bionic arm, and that guy... So Cormac joins the fight, and we have to fight Atlas, OBS, and my recording frame rate to get anywhere. All in all, mid to long range optics on automatic rifles aboard a naval vessel, very fun time, and definitely not exactly the reason why the Navy trains with handguns and shotguns and not rifles. Stop! It's jammer time. More gunfire, another AST, take the bridge, kill some boats, and it turns out it was literally his entire plan. Irons calls off the attack and regroups in New Baghdad. The world is asking one question. Why did I attack the United States? Because for the vast majority in its history, the United States has been at war with someone for some reason or another. These global wars must stop, and they stop with the United States. Don't get confused though. I am not starting a new war. I am finishing all of them. Forever. Now the game turns into Ace Combat. That's fun, except I spent way too long making my controls inverted because I couldn't figure out how. The section wasn't terrible, but it wasn't necessarily great either. The flying part was our infill as we assault New Baghdad, kill some turrets in a mediocre way, and kill an AST in the coolest way, and the only way I'll be fighting them for the rest of the game. And I'm out of CQP footage, so let's try out real VBR. This time though, I promise, I'm checking the recording immediately afterward. Irons then detonates Manticore, killing the non-Atlas personnel, but not killing us because HR hasn't gotten around to deleting our personnel files yet. Gideon looks around like a bird in this scene, and then the three of us get arrested. Citizens of New Baghdad, hold strong. Victory is within our grasp. Look around you, and you will see our enemies fall one by one. Each and every one of them can be agents of change. Yes, we will suffer losses. We will suffer setbacks, but make no mistake, we will win. The security that you desire, the security that you deserve is within our grasp, but it can only be claimed if you are willing to fight for it. Fight for it. We walk. That's the gameplay. Walk forward, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, and listen to some exposition. Hello, Mitchell, or as they say in German, Hallo, Mitchell.
The US government is going to kill you.
Who the fuck asked? The only thing the government is killing is itself. This is just the course of history. The weak versus the strong.
And your dead son? Or the divorce papers? What are they, weak or strong?
So Iron shoots Cormac again, because, you know, nobody asked him. And then he breaks my robo arm, that's not nice. I'll never play baseball with my non-dominant hand again. So we kill some guards and escape. In the process, I steal an AST suit, kill 4 more ASTs, and kill indiscriminately until we escape. The final part of this mission sees us getting into a truck with strangers, and Cormac bleeds out.
Quédate conmigo, Cormac. No te mueras, que casi estamos ahí.
Think this blood's bad, you should have seen the first time Mr. Tootie gave me a haircut at Paris Island.
With Cormac dead, we resolve to end this fight once and for all by using 2 AST suits to swim through the canals and end up at Atlas headquarters, where we kill some goons and ASTs, get barbecued, kill a rocket, I get carried away, we get some headshots, and accidentally run into Irons. Well, well. Don't move, mate. I'll say the same to you. I just hacked your exos. Kids these days don't know how to wage war without one. Let me go and I'll show you how a Marine can fight. Tempting, tempting. You know, I could have killed you at the prison camp. I could kill you right now, but I won't. Because I'm not a monster. So, what? Killing millions of orphan children doesn't make you a monster, mate. Are you trolleyed? You've absolutely lost the plot or something. You've got to be taking the piss here. This world is constantly at war. When there's no one left to fight wars, there will be no war. I am saving this world from itself, and when you kill me, there'll be someone else to take my place. Again, mate, you've absolutely lost the plot. You've got to be taking the piss. What the fuck are you saying? Anyway, got a blast! We break free from our technological shackles and chase after Irons. He's running to an indefensible balcony with no way down, like a plebeian. Eventually, we push him over. Mitchell, pull me up. I'm not letting go, so either you pull me up or we both fall. So we both fall. So I cut my arm off. How's that for we both fall, cocksucker?
Estamos
I still don't
ahí,
use my socials, but I'm
afuera
still
de
gonna
la
ask you to
puerta
hit the buttons
de-
and whatever. Thank you to the people kind and dumb enough to let me steal their voices for my stupid video. Their stuff's in the description, but it's a completely different type
You
of
are
content,
what
so
I
tough
say
shit.
you are.
Thank you to the
Wait, that's the
military-industrial
wrong accent. Hold
complex
on.
that gave us a whole bunch of
Alright.
really cool shit, and also inspired this game with its decades of constant bloody and pointless wars.
Tú
Especially
eres
you,
lo que
Bush
yo-
administration.
Concho.
That is all.